Hello everyone, this is going to be another demo video, and in this video we're going to be watching Spinx on Overpass on city side. And as you can see, this time we're doing things a little bit differently. We have the actual POV of the player, which I'm doing using additional app that you can download. And if you want a tutorial for how to watch demos like this, you can type in the comments and I will make a video about how to watch demos like this. It's very easy. This way we're going to see exactly what the player saw, so it might be better. And let's see, Overpass is the best map for Spinx, and Spinx is one of the best riflers right now, so we know that what we see here is going to be good. And on pistol rounds, you don't really need to focus too much on what players are doing, because it's mostly based on strats. So if your team has a strat for the pistol round, you don't really need to look at the pistol rounds, but here you can see the vitality strat is 4 towards B and only Spinx towards A, so he's kind of playing for information, and if he gets any type of information, there's going to be a rotation coming from B to A. And now there is a rotation coming, you can see on the side there is someone, and that's because the enemies could be going mid right now, and they could be up banana or toilets, because Spinx was in long toilets. Here he pushes out because there was contact on B, and now there are some kills happening on B. I forgot to mention, this demo is from the match against Gamer Legion from the Major Final. This was the first map of the Major Final. 1v2 retake, I don't expect too much. I guess double picked, nothing you can do there. Let's say second round, do vitality force. They probably do. Yes, they do. So Spinx buys Digo and a nade. I guess he's going to nade towards ramp. Let's say it's going to be a 3 ASR to 3 toilets, so Spinx and Mages are going to double nade towards ramp, that's good. If somebody is going fast towards ramp, they'll get a lot of damage on him, or maybe get a kill if they're lucky enough. And they have somebody on long who is just covering that side so they don't get flanked from sides if somebody goes from long or from long toilets. Mages goes down to B. Spinx saw 2 here. He saw 2 and they're running a banana in toilets. He has a support from a teammate, he's going to just peek to see what's happening. Okay, here is Sun, so now he's going to stay here. He doesn't want to push into a player, because there could be more players behind him. Bomb is spotted on long, so now we can rotate towards A heavily, because most likely the enemy is going cave. They have 30 seconds and the bomb is on long, so it's very risky to go back. Here Spinx gets a good kill. And vitality win the round. Good round in general by vitality here. So we saw that they started a bit differently. You want to do different things on forest bias, like I doubt you see somebody double nading ramp like this often, so they went for it because it's unexpected. And after that they just played for information, got the information, got the rotations, and they ended up in a good position. And the positioning by Spinx was very good, the patience was good, and he didn't push into the enemies or anything like this. This is a Molotov ramp, you just throw it when you're on, like you can go back and you can see when the bench is next to you on the right, you want to throw the Molotov and you aim on the middle of that line. You can go back and just look at the lineup. Spinx is alone, so he's going to play passively. He's going to just do the jump spots, and this is something you can do when you are alone, just to make sure you are safe. In this way you can get early information, you can get rotations to help you, and you can hold the site after that. So it's a really safe way to play. Contact towards B, bomb is spotted towards B, so I expect Spinx to go for something like either a rotation or a push maybe. He's going to just look for people who are lurking, but there's nobody lurking. He moves back to site, and he's going to play pretty passively. He doesn't want to lose his gun against Deagle by. Versus 1, not much happening. It's original spots a few times, so you can really see how to do it in your games. Let's see, this round probably... Okay, they're not throwing the 2 moles, because you can throw 2 moles. You can throw 1 mole towards ramp, and then 1 mole towards playground, but here Spinx throwing 8 towards playground. You can go back and see the lineup for that. And he moves out towards long, and he's just going to hold long. As I was holding banana, so there aren't really any gaps in the setup, except somebody could go into toilets. It's just a Nico, so he's just going to peek, try to do some damage, and he falls back to side. He doesn't want to get overrun by Glocks. Washes the boost, does a lot of damage. He could use the flash here, but he's not afraid because he's fighting together with a teammate. And just holding angles against the Eagles, not too much happening. There was a support flash coming from B, which wasn't perfect, but yeah, if you didn't know, you can throw support flashes from B to A, and if you're the A player, you can even ask for them. Sometimes they can really help sometimes. Okay, Mage is getting the mole towards playground here. Spinx throwing flashes. I guess these flashes should be pretty good. And he's just going to hold an angle towards Fountain. That's not really an angle he checks, so... He stayed there for a bit, but he got flashed off, so he goes back. He's going to rotate towards B. And there's Geo on A still. Yeah, he was jumping there on Heaven, so he can see if there's somebody close to the con entrance, but he didn't see anyone. Going to play here, probably going to play off of contact. So if Deeper shoots towards short, Spinx is just going to pick. If Apex shoots towards Monster, then again Spinx just picks. But here they set up a flash for Deeper to check. He gets 2. Good flashbang. And Spinx's position might not be expected, yeah. Even if Jupiter didn't pick there, they will probably not expect Spinx because they heard Jupiter going towards the wooden wall there. But Jupiter picks, so it's even easier kill for Spinx. And he's just going to chase that player because he was blind. Again, we can see the same motive for a ramp. And probably going to throw the nade. Okay, he threw a nade towards the ramp actually, and he smoked off mid. The smoke on mid can delay the mid take from the terrorists, so it's a decent smoke to use, and he's going to play against long toilets, and here he goes on off angle on top of the bin. And also, if you look here, if a player is coming towards long toilets, you see his shadow here before he's picking you, so you have a big advantage if somebody tries to pick you in the long toilets. First, he will not check this off angle because you are in the middle of nothing and you are really high up, and you also have the shadow advantage. And Spinx goes for a little bit of a peek here so he can get the information. And on the other side of toilets, you again have a shadow advantage. If somebody is trying to go in, you see his shadow before he's actually going in. So that's a good thing to know. Okay, he knows one is mid. He's going to check long, and now he's probably going to either flank or he's going to stay behind the rock, one of the two, depending on what the enemy is doing. But there's a smoke, so he's probably going to push now. If he goes towards party and there is someone on mid, there is no chance they're expecting him, but yeah, they rotated down con towards B. So he's just going to go towards monster for a flank, or maybe towards shorts, depends on the information. Yeah, they absolutely don't expect him. He sees the bomb, he can even go for the full rotation. He just gets 2 easy kills. Didn't expect him at all. Big short, gets that kill there. Again, confidence. You can see the common tendency in all of the demos that we have watched so far. It's confidence. If you play with confidence, you'll be hitting your shots. I think Spinx dropped their smoke, and he dropped that smoke so he can. So the B rotator, who smoked monster in the beginning of the round, has another smoke to eventually smoke it later. Because you need smokes towards monster more than you need them towards A usually. You don't really need more than one smoke on A, because there's not much you can do. Here good setup with Zyro watching playground and Spinx watching top mid. Both of the angles are off angles and you can get easy kills, and you can see it here. Unless the enemy uses flashbangs, this setup is absolutely amazing. But if they use flashbangs, of course you might get killed, because you can't really dodge the flashes too well. Here again playing a setup with one watching long, and Spinx is going to watch toilets. I think if somebody goes in the smoke, he's going to see the shadow again, so he has an advantage again. And this is something you can do on A. In the beginning of the round we saw nobody was watching con, because turns usually don't go up con that quick, and you can just do the med setup to get the entrance. And then here the terrorists know that somebody went towards long toilets, so they'll probably go into toilets to check before they go towards A. But of course there is a chance they go to A, so you have to be kind of aware of it. But it's a 4v2, so you can kind of leave that gap without worrying too much. Yeah, and one guy flanked through A. Spinx is just going to stay here because he is coming. Yeah, perfect crosshair placement on a good angle. Just holding for him, having the sound advantage. 2 versus 1, I would expect them to play it kind of together. When you're in 2 versus 1, generally you want to play together. If you're 2 on A and he goes B, you just retake together, and if you're 2 on A and he comes A, you just kill him. So you want to play the 2v1s together, generally. Because if you play together, there's a real small chance he wins that. If you split 1A, 1B, then there's a big chance he wins this, because he has 2 1v1s. Here again the same Mure. And this time he's going to go towards B. Yeah, he takes a flash and he goes towards B, so there's some kind of a need. Yeah, aware of the 4-man boost. there was a Tech 9 on short. He jumps here on heaven again to see if there is anyone in cone. He's going to drop down. Once you drop down, this means you want to commit to B. If you really think it's going to be B, then you can drop down. If you are not sure if it's B or no, just stay in heaven so you have quick rotation towards A. Here Spinx rotates, yeah, probably some information from Zio. Zio gets 1 Q, there's one more banana. Spinx can use a flash here, he just dry picks it because it's Tech 9s. That's a good defensive smoke to use. Yeah, there probably something going on in TeamSpeak and didn't hear that. Technically, unlikely to win this. Let's see, Vitality have another buy round now. They take timeouts. Let's see, hitting on the molly again probably. Let's see, just in case. Let's say maybe hitting on the other molly, who knows. Okay, he's throwing the same molly, so looks like Vitality aren't really throwing the second molly towards playground. When you hear the extinguish, you always throw a nade, either like that, or this was the nade for playground, or you throw a nade towards ramp, because if they extinguish, that means they're just running up ramp towards playground or towards mid, so you want to throw a nade, you might get some easy damage. This is a really good angle to hold. People rarely check this, you can get free kills sometimes here. Holds it for a bit and falls off. Here again, good off angle, very elevated. Okay, front bathroom smoke. This is very common on a T-side default. Yeah, when you get flashed off, you just jump there in the corner. And now he can play around banana and toilets. Gets that kill. And dies in the molly, that's unfortunate. But yeah, that was a pretty good position to be in generally. Because you can, when bathrooms is mollied, you can just, oh, this is 1v1 for yeah. Everyone remembers that. Spinx was in a good position because he can isolate the fight towards banana there in the beginning, because bathroom is mollied, so nobody can pick him from there. And after the molly goes away, he can just pick again to bathrooms and he can get 1v1s. And he's playing with confidence, so he's just picking and getting kills. Again, same thing, this time alone towards A, so I would expect him to play a bit more passively. Just throws the net and falls back probably. Gets smoked off, so yeah. When you get smoked off, you can stay like this next to the smoke, you can fall back or you can go towards long toilets. That's really the 3 options. You can't push through it because there's gonna be people holding you. If you push through it, you're most likely dead. Unless you get a flash, maybe if you get a flash from a teammate, you can go for it, but again it's very risky. And now contact on B and bomb so on B, so he is going to push towards long to take space and to have a faster flank. So now he goes for the flank. Yeah. That's something you should do when you know that the bomb is towards B and there's a lot of people towards B. You can just go for 3 info picks and you can go a bit forward so you have a faster flank later when you are sure it's B. A flash mid, I would expect him to maybe peek with it. Because I would throw another flash, very good. Flashes are really strong exactly because of this reason. If you just flash for each other like this to go for peaks, you can get easy entrance, that's very important. Throw support flashes for each other, flash for yourself as well, and just sometimes you have to go for a peak. Here it was against Tech 9, so even here especially you want to go for a peak to get a quick entry and to make sure you have the round. But of course do it with flashes. If you do it without flashes, that's not a good thing. But if you do it with flashes, then that's a good play. Not a lot of money. He's gonna buy an MP9. He might go towards con with that MP9. Yeah, he goes towards con, and the reason for that is con is it has the shortest ranges, and the MP9 is a good weapon on short ranges, so you want to play it in con. Gets one kill, couldn't get the second, but yeah. You saw why the MP9 is strong there. It shoots really fast and you can just hit very fast headshots on close range. It's very easy to get kills with MP9 on close range. There are other angles you can play that in close range, but con is the best one only when you have an MP9. Okay, we tell to win this round, so we're going to see a gun round again. Only a smoke on Spinx. If he's going to here, he's most likely going to throw the top mid smoke and peek with it or something. He's going to actually go through it, that's interesting. And yeah, this is a really good angle. This is a very good play and this is a very good setup. You stay on the fountain like this and your teammate is watching towards playground. That's a very good setup to use on A. Can get you easy kills sometimes. Now again, contact towards B, and he's going to go a bit more forward. So he has a flank, he gets 2 kills, gets the bomb. Now just fall back, yeah. If you get 2 entrants like this, there's no reason to keep pushing or to keep holding alone. If a teammate comes towards you, yeah, you can hold, but if you are alone, you can fall back. And here, he goes again forward because he knows the enemy will not expect that position. So yeah, you can play that position, there is no problem there. You just have to recognize when you have to really fall back and when you can play off angles like this that the enemy will probably not check. And that comes with experience. The more experience you get, the more you're going to be aware of when you have to fall back and when you have to push forward. Notice that Spinx doesn't buy the fuse kits. The reason for that is that probably 3 or 4 of his teammates have the fuse kits. So if you have 3 or 4 of the fuse kits, you can just pick up from someone who dies if you are in a retake situation. Okay, here he started towards toilets to help Zaya in case there is a push, and now he holds long. Be careful with the timings, because on A it can be strong to start 2 towards the same side. You can start 2 long, you can start 2 toilets, 2 banana, 2 con. Not really 2 con, but yeah, you get the idea. And you have to be aware of the timings. When you start 2 toilets, you have to know when they can push out of long. So you have to be aware of the timings, and you have to fall back at a certain timing. Or you can get the B rotating to come up and hold long for you. This is a good off angle here. Unless you get flash, you probably get at least one. He's going to go for some information. There's contact towards banana. And now again, after he goes for a play like this, where there is contact on another place, he will have a faster and more unexpected flank. The bomb is spotted, so now Vitality can rotate, they can go up con as well. And Spinx is in a very strong position. Gamer Legion will not expect him at all, probably. At this point they know it's 2 banks, so it was a bit unfortunate. In this situation, the bomb is strong, so you can just get one person to defuse the bomb, and the other people can just hold towards bank and city. So Vitality plays a little bit not together, not as a team. So if you're in a similar situation, just make sure to stay composed and tell one person to defuse the bomb, while you and the other teammates hold the bank and city. So you're most likely winning the round if you do that. There's not much the terrorists can do, because they cannot even kill the diffuser like this. You just have to get one guy on the bomb and just protect him. Okay, that's a good flash towards mid and start towards con again. Starting con sometimes is good because if you start in con, you can get kills like this and you can have a fast rotation towards B. So in case there is a short push, and something the B rotator has to do is nade the condor. So in case there is a short push or something, you can see the people from con to short. Or if there is a monster push, you can just push into short and kill somebody who is throwing nades from short, or you can really quickly flank, or you can just peek from short towards side when they're planting the bomb and you can get easy kills. So occasionally starting con is good, but don't do it every round because then you're going to be predictable and the enemy is going to start pushing towards long or something and you cannot really help too much. This is a smoke for a monster. He just supports his teammate on B. Trunk is a good angle to play around if you are playing passively on side, and bank with dope is also pretty strong. So now Zai was watching the crosshair on the left and Spinx is watching long, but that Molotov is really making it bad for them. 2v1, you just want to wait for your teammate if you're Zai, and they probably win that round. A smoke and just Zai has to protect. Or... okay. They didn't play it. Again, they played it not so much together. They had to play it together with one guy defusing and one guy protecting the defuser. Okay, so that was it. That was the city side. It was a good city side by Spinx. We saw plays with confidence. We also saw patient plays. So he is very good at adapting to the situation. He knows when to be aggressive and when to be passive. When there is a contact towards another side of the map, he just goes for a peek and pushes out so he can get the information and he can also have a faster flank towards the other side of the map. We saw him getting good entrance, we saw the support flashes on mid, we saw the setups that are very good to use. I pointed out that you can start together with the other A player, you can start too long, you can start two toilets, you can start two towards mid. You can start together, but then you have to be aware of the timings. And one of you has to fall back to hold the other thing. So if you start two toilets, one has to fall back and hold long. Or you can still stay in two toilets with a setup that we didn't see, but there is a good setup in toilets that you can use. And if you use that setup, then the B rotator can come up and watch long for you, so you make sure you don't get flanked. That's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned something new, if it helped you improve with playing Overpass, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any upcoming content. Thank you for watching.